is that it is called Cremophor, and it is also known as RH410, and it has the ability to increase the potency of my pyrilutamide, hence making it more effective than I actually expected it to be. So that is only a plus, and I'm off with the Minoxidil, no more face swellings or anything. What is up guys, and welcome back. So today we're gonna do an in-depth tutorial or step-by-step guide on how I mix my pyrilutamide myself. This is mainly because it seems like some of you guys are a bit insecure on the math on how much you should dose in your solution, your carrier vehicle, and how long it is going to last you guys. So what I did here is that I made some few notes down here with some math that is very simple, but it will maybe help some of you guys understand what you can expect and what dosages you're gonna get if you follow these few steps. The first thing we have up here is the dosages that I'm going to use. That means that I'm going to use 150 milligrams into 30 milliliters of carrier vehicle. My preferred carrier vehicle is the K&B solution from Anagenic. So I am going to explain the K&B solutions in a few moments and why I use it, but just stick with me for now and we'll get to that later. So if you want the 5 milligrams per milliliter solution, that was the maximum dosage used in the studies I showed you guys before, well, you can just follow me step by step because this is what I'm making for myself. If you want the lower dosages used in the study, the 2.5 milligrams, well, you're just going to use half of what I'm using, that is 75 milligrams for 30 milliliters. If you're not using the K&B solution from Anagenic, but instead you might be using something like Minoxidil, well, Minoxidil usually comes in 60 milliliters. That means that you're just going to double the amount of pyrilutamide that you are going to add. So what if you don't have a scale? Because you are going to need a scale to do this. Well, I figured that some of you guys might have bought the powder without actually noting that you needed a scale for this. So I did a little basic math, and what I found was that if you add 500 milligrams into 120 milliliters, you're gonna get a concentration of 4.2 milligrams per milliliter. This means that if you don't have a scale, you can take 2 bottles of Minoxidil, just pour them into a glass or something, of course a clean glass, pour it all into a clean glass, just dump a package of 500 milligrams of pyrilutamide into that solution, and then just dissolve it and put it back into the Minoxidil bottles or whatever. And if you're using the K&B solution and you don't still have a weight, this is just going to take you 4 bottles, just as I just told you before. Pour it all into a glass, dissolve the pyrilutamide into them, and just split them up into the bottles again or anything like that, so you can keep them in a dark place while you're using one of the bottles. The next thing is, how long is the solution going to last you if you are going to use the 5 milligrams per milliliter that I'm using? Well, one package here is going to last you 3 months if you use the 5 milligrams per milliliter dosages, and 6 months if you use the 2.5 milligrams per milliliter. This means that I am going to have a little bit left over pyrilutamide, but at the end of the day, I really don't plan on quitting pyrilutamide, so whatever I have left, I'll just add into the new bags that I'm going to buy at that point. So why the K&B solution instead of Minoxidil? First off, I did end up having a lot of dandruff problems from a lot of Minoxidil usage over the years. My scalp doesn't seem to like it as much as it used to before. Secondly, I did tend to get a little bloated in my face from using the Minoxidil all the time, and I only noted that when I switched over to Redensyl for a shorter period, but Redensyl didn't seem to do it all for me, so I had to figure out something else. This led me to check out this K&B solution that Anagenic has as a carrier vehicle. What it contains, different from all the other compounds out there, is that it has the K&B emulsifier. K&B emulsifier is also known as Cremophor, and you can look it up if you type RH410. This is the chemical name for the structure here. So Cremophor has some very interesting abilities, and I am going to just post somewhere around here a page from one of the books I have. This is called Drug Delivery. It is written by Stefan Grube. This actually shows that the Cremophor has the ability to increase the potency of a drug delivery with over 5 times the original amount. So that is why I'm very excited to try and use their KNB emulsifier, because at the end of the day what it actually is Cremophor or RH410 that has the ability to increase the effectiveness of the pyrilutamide. So at the end of the day what this really is that it is called Cremophor, and it is also known as RH410, and it has the ability to increase the potency of my pyrilutamide, hence making it more effective than I actually expected it to be. So that is only a plus, and I'm off with the Minoxidil, no more face swellings or anything like that. So guys, let's just step right into it. So of course we needed the scale, as I just told you guys. This is one of the important steps. If you don't have a scale and you want to buy a scale, I'm going to post a link down below, or you can just go to Amazon, eBay, wherever you want to, and just buy a mini scale. So I did bring out my 2 bags of pyrilutamide, but I will actually only be opening one of them, and the other one is just gonna wait until I get that far into it.
One eternity later.
So first off, what you of course want to do is open your bag of pyrilutamide. Inside the bag you will find another smaller bag containing another smaller bag and a smaller bag and a smaller bag. So don't be so nervous when you're going to open these things. It isn't going to explode anywhere or anything like that. So before we are going to place anything on the weight, we need to reset it one last time, because I placed some aluminum foil on it, and it is really important that you get the precise measurement here. So as I said, I am going for 150 milligrams into my KNB solution, and it isn't really a lot, so be careful when you are measuring this stuff up. Just this tiny spoon already got me to 110. So you might see it, you could very quickly go overboard with this stuff. Yeah, and I actually already did that there. So finally I managed to get the scale to 0.15. That is 150 milligrams. Since my scale is weighing in grams, so the 0 is of course 0 grams, then 150 milligrams is 0.15 grams. And I'm just going to turn this scale around so you guys can see the digits for yourself. And this is the amount of pyrilutamide that I am going to add into my KNB solution. So I actually ended up having a bit of trouble getting this off my little foil paper. So I had to use my little tablespoon, teaspoon or whatever it's called, to actually very gently scoop it down into the vial or the bottle. You guys would actually be amazed how little 150 milligrams actually is when you are trying to measure this stuff up. So there you go, 150 milligrams into the 30 milliliter of KNB solution. And guys, that is more or less how easy this is when you're using a pre-made solution and just get the powder. You can more or less just buy a scale, the pre-made solution and some powder and save a ton of money that way. Or of course you can just buy the pre-made powder solutions from wherever you decide to buy from. So one last thing before I go, guys, I really want to stress this out. I really don't care where you buy your stuff from. Like, I'm a big fan of Energenic. They have been very good to me. They have helped me when I wrote them emails about their stuff. I like that company, but that doesn't mean that you only have to use that company. I like to use them and I recommend them, but you can just get your stuff anywhere you want from. The only thing I want to urge you guys to do when buying these things on the internet is find some place that had a third-party lab testing done somewhere else in the world. Because usually a lot of these companies, well, there's so much money in these things and you really don't know what you're getting. And at the end of the day, I really don't care where you spend your money. I'm just more concerned if you're wasting your money and you don't get the results that you were hoping for, because, well, at the end of the day, hair loss is such a devastating thing for a lot of men. And I'm pretty sure that if you later found out that you were scammed and just got something that didn't work, you would have gladly paid more, like 10 euros more or $10 more or something like that, or just waited 5 days more for the delivery or whatever the circumstances were, compared to getting the things quicker and maybe cheaper or anything like that, but not getting any results. Like, you're here to fix your hair, you're not here to save money. But of course, find the best place that suits you. Please just be very cautious where you buy from, that they have a third-party lab test done somewhere else in the world. So guys, that is all I have for you. I hope this gave a little more insight in how you can mix your pyrilutamide and why I use the K&B solution, or how you can do it yourself without a scale, or if you're using Minoxidil, or if you want to use something entirely else. So I hope this helps some of you guys out who had some of the questions on my channel, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!